Hi everyone, welcome to Last Minute Coders. My name is Vinay. I hope you guys are doing good. So in this video, we are going to see how we can update multiple records of a gallery to SharePoint using a single button press. But what will be different in this video? There are lots of videos on this topic. What we are going to see is how we can optimize the performance of patching, or you can say updating multiple records to the SharePoint from Canvas app. So we are going to see how we can optimize that. For this, I have created one sample app. As you can see on my screen, I have the sample app with me. Okay, I have for this demo purpose, I have created two buttons. One will show you the traditional approach to save or update the gallery records from Canvas app to SharePoint, and other one is a little bit optimized approach, which will make this process a whole lot faster than the traditional approach. The traditional approach requires a ForAll loop. Inside it, we have to have the patch function, but the fast approach will we will create a collection. Okay, and only using one patch function, we will simply just update the things, right? So as you can see, I have in this gallery, I have around 500 items, and the amount of time it took to update these record, you can see up here. This is in milliseconds, so you can clearly see 123 seconds. So around 2 minutes, some second it's taking to like patch all the records. Now coming to this fast patch, now let me just show you where this data is being resided. So I have this SharePoint site known as VK solution. In this, I have this list known as financial sample. Here I have all the columns, like you can see ID, which is an inbuilt column, country, segment, product, sale type, discount. Okay, the same product, the same columns you are seeing up here. So I'm not updating country column, but other columns like product, unit sold, unit price, discount, and segment I can update. Let's say I update this. I'm just adding one. Okay. Now you can even see if I scroll, let's scroll all the way to the bottom, and let me put one up here. Okay, and let me hit on this patch fast. So let us see the traditional approach was taking 123 seconds, and see this one is taking 6 seconds. Now you can just compare the time difference, and let me just show you it's updating or not. So let me just hit on refresh button up here, and you can see product 111. So you can see the name of the product got updated, correct? And maybe if I go up here, so these two will also be updated, but it will take a lot of time if I'll drag like this. Okay, but now what is the limitation of this? That is what we are going to see. Okay, let me just show you by applying some filter. Let's say if I apply filter on Mexico, so all the Mexico records are up here. Now see, total items in gallery is 140. It's showing up here. Okay, so let me update like this, 1111. All the Mexico record I'm updating, and I'll hit on patch fast. And now you'll notice that it's hardly taking any time. 277 millisecond it took. Correct. The same thing. Let me just go up here first of all, and let me apply some filter and apply filter on Mexico. And then let me hit on refresh. So you can see up here, these got updated, right? So let me remove these from up here. Now let me show you, if I click on this patch slow, how much time it's gonna take to simply patch these records. Okay, so what you will notice is that this patch slow is going to take a hell lot of time. Okay, maybe 30 seconds, 50 seconds, depending on the records in your gallery. Okay, so previously I have 500 items, so it was taking a huge time, like 2 minutes some second. Now I have 140 records, so maybe it will take around 1 minute or so, or less than 1 minute. So let us see. Okay, so you can see this was super fast, and this is taking 36 seconds, right? And here also the same result we are going to see, that these got updated, correct? You can see up here. So it got updated, but it is taking like 36 seconds with this patch slow, and hardly 200 or 300 millisecond with patch fast. So you can just compare how fast this approach is going to be. All right. So for this demo, I'm gonna use this SharePoint list. Let me remove the filter. So let me just show you how many items do I have in my SharePoint list. So this is that SharePoint list financial sample. You can see it contains 701 items. All right. So it has 701 items in it. And if I click on it, so these are the items. In total, I have so many columns, okay? But I just created one view where I'll be like working with only these fields. There was one more field, let me quickly add that. That is units sold. So let me add this one also. So only these fields I'm gonna take for this demo purpose. Otherwise I have like lots of fields. If you guys will ask me, I'll also provide the sample Excel in the description. You may see a GitHub link. You can click on that. You can download it and you can practice with this data source. All right. So before starting this video, I would request, if you are new to the channel and if you haven't subscribed yet, I would request you all to please subscribe to this channel. Please do like this video. You can comment your feedbacks. I would really appreciate that. So let's get started with this video. All right. So here, let me just show you what code I have written in this patch flow. Now, many of you already have seen this code. Maybe if you are familiar with PowerApps, you might be doing like this. So what usually we do up here: ForAll, gal financial all items, then patch, and then financial sample, then which record to patch this record, and then we give records like this. But what is the problem with this approach? See, this approach will be very slow. For example, just think about it. If you have 500 items, okay. So firstly, what will happen? Firstly, the patch will happen for the first item, then for the second item, then for the third, then fourth, then fifth, then sixth. So this whole process will take a hell lot of time. Let's say a single patch take around 1 second. Okay, I know it's gonna take less than 1 second, but just think about it. If one item takes 1 second, so in total 500 item will take 500 seconds. Okay, so just divide it by 60 and you'll say, okay, this is taking a huge time, right? But just assume that even if it is taking 120 seconds, so around 2 minutes it takes. We have seen this also, right? So this approach is little slow, not little, but very slow. Sometimes client says that, okay, we don't want this like this update feature to be this slow. Can you please optimize this? So what is this patch fastest doing? Now here in this code, you will see I have not used the ForAll function. I'm just using patch function. And I'm patching a collection. I created one collection. Now I'll tell you one limitation of collection also, because when you create a collection, okay, so collection by default, when you directly connect it to a data source, is non-delegable. Okay, is non-delegable. So you have to set your data limit and filters in order to like work with this. Okay, in my case, my data row limit of my app is 500. So that is why when you are seeing it, when I was not applying any filter, I was seeing up here as 500 records. Even though I have, if you'll see my list, it has 701 records. I am seeing up here only 501. Why? Because if you will see on the on visible property of the screen, I have written like this: clear collect cold financial sample. Okay, so this data I'm saving it in this collection. Okay, and most of you, what you will do is when your data is less than like 2000, you people go up here and change it to 2000. Please don't do it, because see, if you increase this limit, eventually your app is gonna go slow down. Okay, if I do like this and if I go to my data source, if I hit on refresh, I know I'm gonna see, like, if I change the screen, right, so I'm gonna see 701 records. Now you'll say, okay, now this seems correct. But what about if I have more than 2000 items? Okay, in that case, this approach is never gonna work. So just think it clearly. And updating 701 record on one button click doesn't make any sense. Okay, so keep it limited. Okay, so keep it limited. So I'm gonna set it to 500 as of now. And let me go to the data source and click up here and let's hit on refresh. Let's change the screen. So now you can see it's saying 500. Okay, so let us instead of wasting time on this, let me create a new screen. I'm gonna call this screen as demo screen. Now most of you, if you haven't noticed, the UI of PowerApps has been changed. I also noticed this like 2-3 days back. So yes, so they have this new experience now. If you'll enable it, and if you'll hit on create, so little new interface, right? Previously it doesn't used to come like this, but if you have to create your app now, you have to click on this start with blank app. See, I'm using this responsive one. You can start, see, this is the tablet non-responsive, phone non-responsive. This one is responsive. So responsive, you will see this start this screen with layout without data or something. So let's say with layout we start, and let's use this layout. So automatically it will create some container structure for us. Okay. So if you are not familiar with this container structure, don't worry, I'll definitely create some videos on this future on this. All right, so here let me add some labels. So see, if you want to center align this label, how will you do that? Click on your container, go to display, and see this align vertical, center align it. Okay, so see, this label is at the center. Now this label, you want to take the flexible width, click on your label, go to flexible width, enable it. Okay, same way. It's easy, but I know for the first time, if you are seeing this, it may be difficult. Okay, demo, update, multiple records, something like this. Let us write, and let us start. All right, so for this, I have the sidebar container and main container. Inside my main container, I'm gonna create one horizontal container for labels, and disable the flexible height. I'm gonna keep it as maybe 50. Okay, and here I'm gonna insert labels. Okay, so labels again, I will say all the labels should be stretched. They should have some like background color. Their font color should be white, and they should take a flexible width. Quickly, I'm just making the UI of this app. Okay, so not gonna give any shadow, anything to this container. So now quickly I'm gonna copy paste these labels. Okay, so this one I'm gonna call it as country. Okay, country. This one will be product. This one will be, let's say, segment. This one will be units sold. This one will be sales amount. Then one more we have, like, I think discount. So let me create that also. So I think this much is more than enough for this demo. You can have your own fields. Okay, nobody's stopping you to create your own fields. So it has some border radius. I'm gonna remove this border radius, and shadow is fine. So this is cool, right? I created this. Now I can click on my container. Let me give some like gap between them. Let's say 5 pixels, and gap from left, right, let's say 20. All right, so this is how we make a table like gallery, I would say. Okay, so here in this main container, I'm gonna add my gallery. So which gallery? Always start with blank. Either go with vertical or flexible height. They look alike, but little difference is there. I would go with like blank vertical gallery as of now, because I want all the rows height to be same for this use case. So template height, I'm gonna keep 0. Template size, let's again go with 50. Okay, so this is the template size. Height of one row is known as template size. Now if I click on my gallery, I don't want to give any border when I click on it, so border should be none. I'll click up here. Now I go to insert. So see, I want this gallery to be editable in nature. So instead of labels, I'm gonna put text input in it. Okay, so I'm gonna put text inputs. Now how do you align these text input? Most of my videos you have already seen it. Copy the name of the label, click on this text input, go to its X property, write code like this. Okay, so inside your gallery, you can create containers, but I would not recommend. Okay, so just do like this. Okay, simply I'll copy paste, and for now, let me, just for the sake of saving the time, let me do it like this. Okay, and we are good. Now let me select all of them. I'll say default will be this, their font size should be 10, their height should be 30. In their y, if you want, you can write code like this: parent dot template height divided by 2 minus self dot height divided by 2. So they will be like center lined. You can see they are center line now. Template height, let's give 40. I'm gonna give this also like 40. And these labels, again, let me keep font size as 11. So now they look much better. So now let's quickly align them. Go to the x of this dot x of this 2 dot x. This one will be then 3 dot x, label 5 underscore 3 dot text. Okay, this one will be label 5 underscore 4 dot x. Sorry, not text, I am writing text, I'm so sorry, it should be x. Okay, and the final one, it will be 5. You can see just by seeing the color, you can see it's highlighting by green, so I can clearly see that. Yeah, so now they are properly aligned, well and good. Now going to the tree view, hit on your gallery. See, now this gallery, if you see what is the mistake, what people do is they directly connect it with this financial sample. If you directly connect it with financial sample, you may not see any error. So why the data is not coming? So you have to select all your cells, go to default. You have to write like this item dot, and then for example, let's say country. Then I'll change one by one. Okay, so since country is a choice column in my backend, as you can see up here. So this is a choice column. The stick signs indicate that this is a choice column. So if it is a choice column, Canvas app considered it as a record. So you have to put dot operator and then write value. Okay, so now this is fine. Let me change the second one to product. It is also a choice. So I'll just say product, then segment. And segment is not a choice. Okay, segment is also a choice. Then we have unit price again. So unit sold, sorry. Then we have sales amount or sales price, whatever. And then finally dot discount. Okay, so well and good. Quickly I like made this gallery, but see what is the problem with this. If you copy this gallery, right, if you copy the name of this gallery, first of all, what I want you to do is just copy this container, like header container, click on your screen container, paste it, call this container as footer container. Okay, so in footer container you have this label. So what code you can write like this: count rows, and then give the name of the gallery. The name of the gallery is gallery 2, for example. So I'll click up here. If I write like this, gallery 2 dot all items. So now you'll see let me write like this: items in my gallery. I will show you each and everything. Why don't we directly connect it with data source? Okay, majorly you may have seen people keeping it like writing collection up here. So why do we write collection? Why don't we directly connect it with the data source directly? See, what happened in Canvas app is the data in Canvas app load in chunks of 100. Okay, so see, even though this gallery is delegable, okay, it has all 701 record, but it is loading in chunks of 100 until unless you drag all the way to the bottom. Now see, this number got changed into 200. So the client will never gonna do like this, right? They will never gonna drag it like this. If you have 10,000 items, nobody's going to drag like this. Right, now you can see, even though it has all the item, but I have to manually drag it. See, now it's showing 701. But I hope now you got the issue, right? If I again remove and if I again paste, then again you will see it's showing 100, right? So whenever you refresh the app and you open it again, it's going to show me 100. So better doing than this, what you can do is you can copy the name of your data source. So where do we create collection? Always remember, do not create collection in app on start property. Otherwise, see, most of the people, what you guys do is you create your collection on app on start property, and when you like open your app get performance issue. So always remember, click on your screen, go to its on visible property and write codes up here. Okay, like collection variable, whatever is related to this screen right up here. Okay, so we will write clear collect coal financials, and here I'm gonna put that like financial sample. Now this is non-delegable query. Okay, if something is non-delegable, that means SharePoint is unable to query this function. Okay, so SharePoint is unable to query this function. So SharePoint will do what? SharePoint will check Canvas app data row limit setting, and it says 500. So what SharePoint will do is it will send 500 record from its data source or from its storage to this collection, and this collection will hold that amount of data source. Okay, so let me use this collection coal financial now. Okay, in place of this, currently this is empty, but see, as soon as I'll change the screen, right, you will see some data up here. So now you are seeing the items in the gallery are 500. Let me just again show you. If you go to the setting, if you change the data row limit to 5, okay, just for the sake of the use case. So let me refresh this data source. And if you don't know how to connect the data source, you have to hit to the data section, go to add data, connectors, search for SharePoint connector, search for your connection, search for your SharePoint site, and then click on your list that you want to connect to, and then hit on connect. It's that simple. Now, like coming back up here, what I did was, if I go to the settings, and if you see up here, I changed the data row limit to 5, correct? Now what I'll do is I'll go up here, let me refresh this financial sample, then let me change the screen. So now what number you are going to see is 5. Okay, and only 5 records are coming up here. So what the statement that I said is proved up here, right? So if something is non-delegable in nature, okay, then the external data source, in this case SharePoint, will only share the amount of record which are mentioned in the data row limit. So I would suggest keep it 500. If you write 2000, see what will happen. If you write 2000, then if you'll click on this app checker, and if you'll go to the performance issue, so you will notice that this warning will come. Okay, a data row limit more than 500 may result in slower app when running non-delegable queries. Okay, because the app will have to process every row itself rather than running query on the server. All right. So this is the problem. Your app will go slow down, and most of you might have noticed. I also, like when I started with this PowerApps, I used to change instantly while before developing. I used to change this to 2000, and which eventually results slower application. Okay, so keep it 500. Okay, keep it 500. As soon as you'll do 500 and then recheck, you will see that warning will go away. Okay, now this is well and good. I again did like change it to 500. Now let me go up here, refresh my data source, and then let me change the screen. So now you'll see items in the gallery are 500. And this time, even if you click, now even if you write like this, right, like gallery dot all items, still you are going to see 500, not 100. Because collection is a local data source of Canvas app, you are storing 500 record in it, and when you connect collection to a gallery, it will not load data in chunks. It will load all 500 record at once. I hope I'm making sense up here. So you can keep this up here. So at a time, I can update 500 record at once. Now the questions come in mind, right? I don't want to update this country field, so let me click up here and hit on this view. Okay, or maybe let me disable it so that we will see some color. Disable font color, I'm gonna make it black or something. Okay, border color, if I want to give, I can give. So this is well and good. So this is a non-editable. Other fields are editable in nature. All right, well and good. So here on the top, what we can do is I can create button on the top. Like totally, it's my call. Where do I create the button? So like this, I can create the button. Gap between them should be 20. Gap from the right should be like 30. So that little 30 pixels gap is up here. Copy paste. So the first button I'm gonna call it as patch slow, and then the next button I'm gonna call it as patch fast. Okay, so patch slow, patch fast. Cool. I'm gonna copy this label and gonna copy it one more time. So if I'll move to the left, here the sizes of these, I'll say flexible width should be off for both of you. I'll say 100. The font size, I'm gonna make it 10. And here I'm gonna show like how much time each one of them is taking. Okay, so let me give them some color. Okay, so patch fast will have green color, patch slow will have this red color. Cool. And on the left hand side, this is my side nav bar. Again, I'll turn off the flexible width. Let me change it to like 250. This is cool. And then I'll click up here. I'll add like a label. So this should be stretched. Font size you can keep whatever you want. And then the filter that I'm gonna create is country filter. Okay. And then here I'm gonna create one combo box, which is up here, which is going outside of the screen as of now, because see, even though it is a stretch, but the minimum width is 328. So change it to 0. So it will be fit in my screen. Now let me give some padding from left, right, maybe from top. It will look good. Changing its font size to like 10. Height, let's change it to 30. It will look good. So this is this much is better. Now how to show all the countries up here? Okay, do not, what I see people using is distinct. I mean, this is kind of good, but again not good. If you are using distinct, use collection again, because distinct is also a non-delegable query. So if you write coal financial and then hit on a comma and then write country, and then what you will notice that even though it's not showing me properly, but if you'll click up here, if you'll see, okay, it's because country is a like a choice field, so I have to use dot value. Now let me check. Okay, now all the countries are coming well and good. If I click up here, I see the countries, but do I have only these countries in my backend? So let me validate. If I go up here, if I click up here, filter query, I have 1 2 3 4 like 5 countries. Where is this United States of America? I'm not seeing up here, because distinct coal financial has only 500. So it's just distincting for 500. Now many of you will say, okay, let's not do like this. Let's use the original data source. The name of it is like financial sample. So let me copy its name. I don't know why it's not coming automatically, but if I put this up here, okay, then again what you will notice is now it started to like display. Okay, now it start to display, but why is that? Okay, is it delegable? Let me cross check it once by putting ID up here. Let me cross check it. Give me a second. Clear. Okay. I'm so sorry. I changed it the wrong place. I have to click on this. Let me put ID up here. I'm just cross checking whether this distinct. And then once you change this, right, you have to click on fields and then again select value. Disable the searching because why you are disabling the searching? Because search can only search text column and ID is a number type column. So if I'll see up here, now you can see it only shows me till 500, right? So that is the limit. Again, this is as I said, right, this is a non-delegable function. So that is the reason why it's not working properly. I don't know why for country have they fixed this, God knows. But when I'm doing like this, it's showing me United States of America also. So let me just verify this by clicking up here and showing ID column also. Apply. Maybe in personal view I already have ID column. Hey, if you guys are like if you, in SharePoint also, if you'll scroll down, you'll see then it loads the data. If you don't want it to be like this, what you can do, you can go to the settings, go to the list settings, okay, and then go to advanced settings, and here, not on the advanced settings, it's here. If you scroll down, there is something known as, let's say, this personal view. You have to click on the view, and here if you will scroll down, you will see item limit, and you have to change the item limit to whatever. Let's say I'm changing it to 500, and if I'll hit on OK. Now notice one thing, that if I go to this personal view, so this time 500 record got loaded at once. Correct. See. So this is one of the feature. Up to 5,000 you can keep that. See. So as I can clearly see up here on the 500th record, I see this United States of America. So I can clearly see it's 412. Maybe I have this. So when we use that collection, then why it was not displaying? Let us use the school financial and check it once. So because I think I'm calling it as school financials. Instead, let me just call it as like 1 2 3, because or demo I have already created by this name. So let me name it like this, Coal Financial Demo, and then let me change it at every place, here, and then let's change the screen so that this time it's fine. Now you can see even this distinct is working, because even though distinct is a non-delegable query, but among this 500 record, it got that it got all the 5 countries. But this is not the right approach. For example, if I scroll all the way to the down, and if I change one Canada to, let's say, even though India is not there, so let me go up here, edit this, and let me add one more choice called India. Okay, and hit on save. Now what I can do is I can edit and let's say, now see, India I'm adding after 500 rows. Okay, let's say this one, this Mexico, I'm gonna change it to India. Okay, so I change this Mexico to India. Now see, this is India, 539 is India. So what should happen if I go to my Canvas app, if I go up here and if I refresh this? Okay, it is refreshed, and what I need to do is I need to change the screen also. So I change the screen, so India should be visible up here, but is it visible? No, right? Where is India? It is not visible, because distinct, the function that you have used up here, it is again non-delegable function first of all, and it can only distinct first 500 records. So in first 500 it didn't got India, so that is why India is not coming up here. Okay, now how we will get India up here? Okay, I'm allowing searching so that it will be like this. So for that, what you have to do is, if you'll click up here, if you'll go to the column setting, click on edit, you see this, there is something known as choices. Okay, so how does SharePoint is using choices, and in choices it's storing like this. So in Canvas app also you have to be very smart. So you have to use choices function, name of your data source, dot, and automatically column name will not come. I am saying column name will not come, so you have to copy the name of the column and paste it. That's it. Don't use dot value, anything up here. Now what you will notice, it will display all the countries up here. Okay, even if you add any new country, let's say Australia, and hit on save, so it will even display Australia. You just have to refresh this. Once this is refreshed, you will see Australia also. Getting my point? How do we get this up here? Now click again, allow searching is off, I'll turn it on. So now see this. Cool. So this function is a really good function. It will help you when you are creating filters and all. Okay, otherwise what I would recommend is like manually creating, by creating a table like manually. Okay, so this is cool. Since we have one filter, how do we filter? Because this gallery is connected to this collection, so how do we filter it? So click on your combo box. Let's rename this combo box to CMB country. Okay, and then I'll go to its on change. So in its on change, I have to update my collection. Okay, so how will I update? I'll write clear collect. Okay, Coal Financial Demo, comma, and then item. So again, now I have to write my filter query, filter financial sample, where country dot, because country is a choice column, so I have to write dot value self dot selected. Self means I'm talking this combo box only, server.selected dot value, and that's it. See, if I select Canada, so what you will notice is only Canada is coming up here. If I select India, so in India only one record is there. In Australia there is no record. In Mexico we have 139 records. You can see this below. So even though it has the delegation, but this filter is a non-delegable query. Again, I'm telling you, the filter is a non-delegable query. The filter is a delegable query. Clear collect is a non-delegable function. So filter will first filter the record based on whatever I'm selecting in this drop down or combo box. Then it's going to collect in this Skoll financial demo. And since it is less than if it is less than 500, our app will work excellent. Okay, so always remember when you are applying filter, so after filtering, whatever the count of records or items which will come from the backend should be less than whatever is your data row limit. Okay, so this is the only thing which you have to keep in your mind while building this. All right, so as you can see up here like this, but if I select it, if I make it empty, then it is not showing everything. If it is empty, it should show me everything. So how do we fix that? See, here till here it is fine, but you have to write or is blank, and then within is blank you have to write like this. Either this will be blank or it will contain some value, right? If it is blank, then show me everything. So now see, if I go up here, if I select Germany and if I deselect Germany, now it's showing me everything. At least now the gallery has 500 items. So on one button press, I can update first 500 items, I would say. Okay, if I select Mexico, then in Mexico 139 records are there, 139s are coming. All right, now let us see how do we update these records. Correct. Now coming to like the point where we are going to update the records. So see, the first method is where we use ForAll. Okay, then where do we want to what thing that we have to loop? Okay, here we are looping this gallery. So the name of this gallery is gallery2. So I'll write gallery2 dot all items. Okay, then within ForAll I have to use patch function. Okay, so where will I patch? Financial sample. And then since you want to update, so you have to write this record up here. What I see people here doing is they write lookup. Within ForAll you don't have to write lookup, because each row of this gallery is basically the record of this financial sample only. Understanding my point? That is why you don't have to write that. Give me a second. Yes, so this is the proper syntax. Now you can see. So you don't have to write lookup and then lookup into a financial sample where ID is equal to, and then you are mapping with the ID of this gallery. So not necessary. Okay, then here what you have to do is since you are updating, so what thing you will update? Let's say I want to update product. Since it is a choice column, so I have to be very careful. Choice column we update like this. If you don't know, just see my approach. Okay, then click on this product, copy the name of this text input, go up here, paste it up here, dot text. So see, since no error, then that means it's correct. The next is segment. Again, it is a choice column, so I have to write like this value text input. This time it's 2, I guess. So just to verify it, I'll click up here. It's text input 2_2, 2_3, 2_4, 2_5. Units sold, sales, and then discount. So quickly let me say unit sold, because unit sold is a number type, so I have to use value function this time. Okay, then text input 2_3 dot text. Then same way we have sales price. Again, it is a number type column, so I have to use value function, text input 2_4 dot text. And finally we have discounts column. So again we have to use value function since it is a number type column. So I'll do like this, which is now this super fast. and we are good to go. So we updated product, segment, unit price, sales, discount. You can add your own like columns up here. Okay, now how do I calculate the time? So calculating time, it's very simple. You can create one variable up here, like you can say var timer start, anything you can say, and then you can use now function up here. So this before this ForAll will start, it will store the time in this variable, and then what after this, again we will create one more variable, update context, where total time taken, okay, total time taken colon. So here you have to write date diff, and then see start time. So start time will be this, where timer start, and the current time, that will be now function. And what do you want? You want either in millisecond or second, whatever you want to choose. I'm choosing millisecond. Okay, so here the bracket of this date diff is gonna close, then curly bracket of update context, then bracket of update context. And then you can use this where total time taken, copy this variable, go up here and paste this variable up here, and then concatenate these strings. Okay, so this is the whole code to update the record. Let us see whether it's able to update. So Mexico I've selected, and then let me update. Okay, so I'm just adding one. It's not that I cannot update like multiple. Maybe in demo I have not shown, but I can update. Okay, anything, let me update like this. Okay, so discount I updated 5. Anyways, this is a sample data, so let's do like this. Hit on see this patch slow button, I'll click and see. You can see by seeing this line, so it started to update the records to the backend. And let us see how much time it's gonna take, whether it will be slow, fast, or like whatever. Okay, so it started to update. Now let us wait. So it's gonna take like around, again, 30 to 40 seconds. It's gonna take, since we have seen that earlier also, because we have 140 record and average also, if you will see. So it's taking like 35 seconds, as you can see up here, 35 seconds, 768 milliseconds. Okay, and now if you will go up here, apply filter, let us see whether it updated the records properly or not. Let me refresh this this data source. So you can see segment 1111111, product 111. So well and good, right? Discount 555. So it updated the record, but it took 35 seconds. Correct. Now what is the best way of updating the records? I'm gonna copy this function, and then code, and I'm gonna paste this code up here. Now the only thing that I have to change is this part. And time taken, maybe I'll say underscore fast. So this one will be the fast one. So here I'm going to use the fast. Okay, so rest will remain the same. Now the center part coming up here I have to write patch. Okay, now see this, how easy this is. That's it, and comma, and then the name of the collection. If you'll write Cole Financial, right, it will work, but little slow. So what function do we use? Which column do you want to patch? So there is a very beautiful function known as show columns. Okay, so see, this SharePoint has so many unnecessary columns. I don't know if you have ever noticed it or not, but if you'll click in between any two rows or any two columns, if you'll click on show and hide column, see unnecessary columns. Which columns I want? I want ID, country. ID also I don't want. I want country, segment, product, unit price, sales price, discount. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I'll tell you why do we add ID also. If we don't add ID, then what will happen? See, so you will put comma. So what all columns you want? You want product, because you are updating product. You want a segment, you are updating segment. You want units sold because you are because you are updating units sold. You want sales price, you are updating sales price. You want discount, so add that. Note, very important, if I do not add ID column up here, then it will create the record instead of updating it. if you don't believe me, see this. If I don't add ID column, let me select India up here. Okay, and currently just see this. If I go up here, filter, if I change it to India, I have only one record. Let me just refresh just to prove you. Okay, and if I click on this path fast, okay, so see what will happen, whether it will create a new record or whether it will update the existing record. That is what we are going to see. And I think I made one very huge mistake by taking see the wrong collection. So it should be coal, financial, demo, and damn it, I took the wrong thing and it would have messed up everything now. So let me go up here in modified. So I have to enable this modified column. So newer to older. So see, this few seconds ago these records got created. Oh god. So all right, so let me do one thing. Let me filter by today is 16th, right? So let me filter it by 16th, and all of these a minute ago I have to like delete now. Okay, so let me select all of these, and this 44 minute ago, '43. Actually we can't filter by time, only dates we can filter, so it's going to be difficult now. Till this point I have to, from here I have to delete, I guess, everything, because it's I think it's repeating, or till 701, god knows. So till here I have to delete, or these I have to deselect. So again, quickly quickly we can do by pressing shift and down arrow key. So let's I know it's gonna take little bit time, so please be with me. So I have to like deselect them, and then I have to like delete the above records. What it is doing. Okay. And I guess yes, now it's fine. Let me deselect it manually, and then I'll see up here that the ones which got created. So you can see, right, if I don't mention ID, it will create new records. So let me delete all these, the newly created ones. So now you can see I clicked on this delete button. It's gonna take a little bit longer to like delete these records, but yeah, got deleted, so well and good. All right, so here again what we can do is older to newer, newer to older. Now this is fine, I guess so. Okay, so we can apply filter on this and till god knows if I deleted everything till 701. So well and good till now. Let me once check. So I was just showing you for one record, but see, financial sample got like 1000. Oh god, still we have some redundant data now. Its count has gone up to filter by empty. So let us go back. I think it's showing wrong number. I think it's showing wrong number. Okay, right now it's 701 only. Okay, so that is this is fine. Okay, So once we will refresh this, right? So we have 701 only. This we can verify it from up here also. So IDs you can see it's still 701. Here it's see it's updating, but it's updating a little slow. Okay, compared to inside, it's taking longer than expected. So it will come down to 701 in just like 2-3 minutes. So well and good. I was just showing you like if I apply filter on like India, so only one India is there. If I go up here, if I don't mention ID up here, right? And currently in this collection, coal financial demo, only India is there. So if I click up here, so see it took around 600 millisecond, and if I go up here, so it would have created India again. Instead of like updating it, it would have created. So again, let me go up here and select India. Which record I'm on? So it's on India. Let me see. Okay. One huge mistake I'm making is I'm not adding even the country column. So I have to add the country column as well. Okay, since I'm not adding the country column, what you will see is if you'll go up here and then see, let me see, the filter is here. So empty, it has created the record, but see empty record, right? So do not make this mistake. Okay, so if you'll select India, so do not make this mistake. Okay, so what it is doing is it's creating like an empty record because I haven't mentioned this. Okay, so for now let me delete this, and then if I'll go up here, so I added now in this code I've added country also. So see, so if I patch fast, so that blank will go away, and now see two times it's this record is coming, right? So this is not what I want. I don't want to create it again. All right, what I want is I want to update this existing one. Let's say maybe maybe the product which I'll say here is washing machine. Okay, unit sold, let's say 5,000, sales amount, let's say 600, discount, let's say 0, something like this. So it should not create the new record, rather it should update it. But currently what you will notice, if you have to update it, you have to mention ID column up here, but still it will not update. See, even if you press up here, it's saying 1 millisecond. If you'll refresh, nothing updated. Why? Because this collection is not updated. See, if you click on your collection, what you will notice up here is that its things, they are still the same, even though you are seeing field 13 or field 11. So these are these field only, but see, these are still the previous one, 2156. I change it to like 5,000. Okay, so why it is not updating? Because you are not updating your collection. How do we update our collection? So you have to click on like these fields which you are changing, like these text input. You have to go to its on change property. One code you have to write up here, update if, and what do you want to update? Coal financial demo. Okay, what is the condition? Where you will say where ID is equal to this item dot ID. Okay, and then comma, what do you want to update? It will ask me, for example, I want to update product. So product will be see, it is a choice type column, so I have to use like a curly braces. I have to write value colon and then self dot text. So see, no error, right? And one I think am I missing something? Let us see this error. Curly, okay, so it's saying curly. Okay, there are two curly braces. I missed. So see, one is this which is closing up here, one is for this which should be closed up here. Okay, so well and good. So for product I did, but for segment, again I have to change up here segment. For unit sold, again I have to go up here and write unit sold, but since it is not a choice column, so I have to remove this curly braces, and I have to use this value function to convert text into a number. Okay, then I'm gonna simply copy this code. I'm gonna paste the same code in the next two, and then I just have to change this to sales price, and the last one I have to change it to discounts. Cool, everything is done. Now let me just do like this, remove 10, add 10, remove, like this. Okay, and now what you will notice is if I click on this patch fast, it's taking like 0 millisecond, but it will this time update the records also. Okay, all right, we'll fix this. So first of all, we need to check where we are updating, have we used the correct collection or not. So this is correct, this is correct. Okay, so everything seems correct only, but I think these let me change it to like something else, like fridge and some different amount. Okay, because I didn't change it actually, I kept it same only. Okay, so let me update it up here. Let me click up here. So see, this time it took some time, like 1 second and 500 milliseconds, so 1.5 seconds. So let us see this time whether it updated it or not. So see, fridge, this and this is 0, so it updated successfully, correct. And now notice, if I see previously, if I was updating, let's say this Mexico, I updated these, right? I put this 1, so it took me around 35 seconds. But now see how much time our this new one is going to take. Okay, by just doing the same operation. I'm just removing this one, I'm making all these discounts as 0. Okay, and now see, if I click on this path fast, let me just show you first of all if I filter it by Mexico, so that you can clearly see currently segment and product all have 1 discount till here, till this point all are 5. So let me hit on this patch fast and see, it took only around 700 milliseconds. So how super fast it is, right? And if I click up here, so see, it all got updated, and the which one didn't got updated, here you are not seeing even. So the difference between these two is this will go into each and every row and try to update everything. It will only update the rows which got changed. Okay, so that is the reason why it's super fast and this is slow. Even though you have 139 record, but only the things which you have changed, those only things are getting modified up here. You can see up here also, right? Few seconds ago, these didn't got modified. Correct. So that is the reason why this patch fast is super fast. You can compare the difference. It's not even taking 1 second, it's taking 35 seconds. Sometimes it takes like 1 minute also, and it takes like max 2 to 3 seconds. Okay, even if you have like 500 record, it will take 2-3 seconds. So always use this approach over this ForAll and patch approach. I hope you enjoyed this video, you learned something from it. In between we have a little bit lost here and there, but at the end we learned a new concept. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I have taken inspiration from Matthew Downey's blog, I guess, right? So I just wanted to show this beautiful demo to you people and this beautiful concept. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, and if you still haven't subscribed the channel, I would request you to subscribe it, like the video, share your valuable feedback. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care, goodbye.